This is an Ellis Mowers and More small engine repair. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. Parts used in today's repair are found using the links in the description below. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content. On today's repair, we are going to work on a first in the garage. This is a 2-cycle Toro GTS. I think these are made around 1990, late 80s, early 90s. Again, this is all before emissions crackdowns basically killed 2 cycles in lawnmowers, at least. If I'm not mistaken, it's made by Suzuki as well. Really cool unit. I've been wanting to have one for a while. I got in a lot of 2-riding mowers, a Yazoo, which I've sold off as a pair with another Yazoo that I had that I'd never get around to, unfortunately. And this was the one I'm looking forward to most. We'll get into looking at it. It looks to be in really good condition. It's got the aluminum deck on it, and see what all we got to do to get this thing running again. I do know that it runs on when you pour a little 2-cycle mix down into the carburetor. I do know that much after we clean the spark plug in that fine video. I'll show you the model number, show you what's wrong with it, and let's get into it and see if we can get it fixed. Alright, let's do our walk around. Again, I cleaned the spark plug on it and put a little bit of 2-cycle mix in it, and that got it running, which is good. Let's see if we can find some model numbers. I know the model number of the mower is right here. It's a 16585. And like I said, I think these are made around 1990, late 80s, early 90s. There is a little bit of decay right there around the discharge chute, but that's not bad at all. I don't know if I can find any model numbers and stickers and stuff on the engine. Like I said, I think Suzuki made these, and I know Robert or somebody in the comments will have it in the comments exactly who made these. I don't see anything, but what I do know is that it takes 50-to-1 mix. It's complete. It's in good shape. The fuel line is really soft on it, so we'll have to replace the fuel line. And what else on it? Air filter's pretty bad. We'll just shove a couple of foam filters in there to get that, because we don't want to be sucking up bad foam in there. And carburetor looks fairly accessible. It looks like I just got to take these two 10 millimeters off and a third 10 millimeter up there, which should access us to the carburetor. And I think we'll be really close after that. Probably just need to clean it out, put some new fuel line on it, put another fuel filter, and keep on cruising. So let me do that. Another big plus, look at that blade. It almost looks like it's brand new. So what we're going to do, just sit y'all right there. I just turned the mower on its side. Get these 10 millimeters off. Well, come on. There we go. And the third one here for the cover. It's actually an 8. Hold on. Kind of looks like it was replaced at one point. No biggie. That slides right off, and that gives us access to the carburetor. So that's excellent. Like I said, fuel line is toast. I'm gonna wonder if it'll just pull off here. Let's see. Just need to replace the fuel line and a fuel filter. we'll inspect the carb. I mean, this thing looks like, it almost looks like a time capsule. There we are. Some of the worst fuel line I've seen here. See if we can get it off cleanly. Yep, we'll wipe those ends off a little bit. And you can see this thing is just had varnish for a long time going through it. In order to take the carb off, it looks fairly straightforward. Hopefully it is. Oh, they didn't put this linkage back on right. Take that linkage off, the spring, all that kind of hang out right there for right now. And then the choke lever. Getting it all might be a little tricky, but we'll cross that bridge. Let's see what we've got here. I hear fuel in there. It's probably, the good news is on the outside here, the carburetor looks really good. So that is a good thing. What I'm gonna do, I gotta get all that junk out of the tank first, and then see if I can figure out how to remove the tank on it. And then we're gonna just go clean everything out, make it all look pretty, and I'll meet y'all on the stand with this carburetor to see how bad it is. Before we get over to the table, let's see if we can just get this gas tank off. The reason why I got it tilted over is because the fuel outlet is over here. I just don't want to have any, excuse me, any fuel spillage or anything. Let's see, is that the only thing I need to do to get that gas tank out? No. So it's 4. 10 millimeters to get there. Then I think it just slides up. Does it? Yes. They're just gonna pop off. There we are. And excellent. Perfect. And we have fuel coming out the bottom, so that's good. I just need to drain all this stuff out because it's probably really, really old. And after I drain it, we'll probably be good. So now what I'll do is I'll meet y'all on the carb bench, see how bad that carb is. Let's see what all we need to do here. Excuse me. Need a bigger nut, that's for sure. Probably an 11. No, it's a 12. There we are. And we will open her up. Hopefully we're not too bad in here. I've never opened up one of these before, so. Oh, come on. This looks a little rough, but we'll see. I can smell the varnish. That's WD-40, that's not. Man, this thing does not want to come off. Let's see if what happens here. So the good news is we have penetration through the jets right there. Probably not up through the main jet though. Let's see. No. Nothing through the main jet. I'm almost certain I'll break the seal whenever I pull this thing off. Man, I'm gonna keep working on this. Part of me just wants to take the top jet off, take a wire through that jet and see what happens. Because we know the carburetor was sealing, so. Let's see. Ooh. I think we got it. Yeah, part of me is like, do I want to, if I don't have to, do I want to break it open? Because I think everything's sealing on it like it's supposed to. I can flush out some of the varnish because we know it's coming down through the bowl, so as easy as this carb is to get out. Love to be able to save it, you know, but okay, we've got blowing up through the top now, so that's good. I don't think there's anything on the bottom part of the jet that matters, but we're going to just double check. No, there's nothing down here, I don't think. Okay, where's the carb spray at? I brought it over here. Thought. There it is. Spritz a little bit through here. Oh. See what I can flush out just by doing this. A lot of junk, that's for sure. I don't want to spray the You can kind of see it coming out the bottom there. I'd just love to see if it would run in this state. I'm going to take this top jet off and run a wire through it as well. Y'all know these old carbs will stick with you sometimes. Okay, a lot of varnish in there, so we'll work that out. It's going to take me a second. I do have a smaller wire here. See if we can work that down in there a little bit better. No. Okay. I'm going to keep, like I said, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to spray a little bit of spray through all these jets here on top. Hopefully that'll flush out some of the stuff. Okay. If I could just soften it up at least. Okay. Oh, I see a hole. That's good. Let's see what we've got here. It's not a very big jet on the top, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do, y'all saw how I took this jet off. I'm still trying to thread the needle of this jet a little bit. And then what I'll do, make sure that I've got spray coming out of these holes here. And then I'm just going to meet y'all back at the mower, put it back together, see if it runs. A lot of people say that I don't show linkages and stuff a lot. So here's the linkages on it. So this is the throttle linkage on the back side. What you can do is just push the throttle all the way forward. It hooks in around the back, or it hooks in from the front around the back, and then it just goes in a Z right here. The choke also just goes in a Z on the top and a Z on the top, on the outside here, and you can just pull that in a little bit as well, and you can get all these out fairly easily with the on the outside of the stud. So what we'll do now is, you're looking at it from an upside down angle, I understand. We're going to put everything back together. Boom. We're in the process of putting new fuel line on. I'm putting a new fuel filter on as well while we're here. I don't know if it's originally supposed to have a fuel filter on it, but it never hurts. I also sprayed some carb spray in the gas tank and just kind of washed it out that way. That seemed to be the best solution for that. And I just need to put a very small little piece of fuel line right there. Just enough to make it in right there. But that's basically all you got to do. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the 4 bolts back on for the pull rope here, and fix this fuel line up. And last but not least, I will put that little cover back on, which is just those two, that one 8mm and those two 10mm. I will get gas in this, and we will attempt to fire this up next. We're back together. Let's see what, I'm just gonna see if it runs. Let me get y'all back here so y'all can see the whole thing. I should just have to choke it and pull it. Hopefully. That's too bad. And make sure it's, the needle and seat aren't stuck on it. Let's see. So it's still got a little bit of a blockage. That's okay. I just wanted to see. I don't want to be messing up the carb. I just wanted to see if it would run on what I had, but apparently it's not going to. Like I said, it only takes a couple minutes to rip this thing back apart. So let me go ahead and do that one more time. If I can break into the carb bowl, I'll let you know and see what we can do to clean it out. Hopefully the seat isn't swollen up in there or anything along those lines, because it just seems like there's not really any gas making it into where it needs to be. That's all really. Like I said, I think it's just running on the stuff that it's got whenever I throw some 2-cycle mixing down the carb throat. We're really close though, I think. As long as I can get that bowl open and not mess anything up, I think we're going to be okay. So should have tried a little harder the first time with pliers and whatnot, but we got it now. A lot of varnish in here. This is the main jet on this, so that's why we weren't getting anything in there. And like I said, just a bunch of junk and varnish, probably clogging up everything. Good news is carb spray works wonders for this. We should be able to get this off fairly easily. And just spray around. Try not to get on that gasket or anything, but shouldn't take much to clean this. The bowl looks a lot worse than it actually is, just because of the amount of varnish in it. But just a little quickie clean right here is going to get us what we need. I know my little pan's pretty dirty. It's going to get dirty because of the varnish on it, but hey. Got to get something dirty to get something else clean, I guess, right? Spray a little bit more. I mean, this is how easy it is, guys. Just a little quick clean on the carburetor here is going to get us hopefully back in business here in just a couple of minutes. I think all this black stuff is just where that gasket's trying to disintegrate, so we got to be kind of careful when it comes to that, but I think it's still going to be in good enough shape for us. I've got to get the varnish out of this little area here. Once we do that, I think we're going to be home free. I could have put this in the ultrasonic, but look how much we've gotten by just, I mean, we basically got it clean by just doing that. I'm going to not ream out the hole, but just double check this hole real quick on the main jet. Got to adjust the choke a little bit as well, because the choke wasn't closing all the way on the mower when I was starting it. But let's see. So we're looking good there. Everything looks good. That's fantastic. And we'll just slide the bowl back on. Get the bowl nut a little bit wet wipe it off. As long as we don't have any leaks, we're going to be in really good shape here. Alright, so let's put that back on. With the 12mm. Again, we already cleaned out the top jet. I'm pretty confident that that's clean. Take two. I'll show you how to put it back together. Hopefully we'll see this thing running next. So after cleaning the carburetor for the second time, I'll let y'all hear it run in a minute. What we're gonna do is this, you know, this thing's falling apart, so we're gonna toss that. What I've done, I've got the old Briggs & Stratton styrofoam air filters. I just shoved 3 of these in here back to back to back so that the holes are covered up, so that it just kind of acts as a solid styrofoam block. That's the quick solution that will get this mower ready today. Of course, I could go buy like a little styrofoam block, but we're gonna do that instead. You probably even put like a little pre-filter up top there, which it may be missing. I'm not completely sure. These are made by Suzuki. I was pretty sure that they were. And without further ado, let me get it out and we'll crank it up so that y'all can hear this thing run. It sounds pretty cool. All right, so here we go. Cool, huh? And even idles down and everything. Run good though. Wow. The commercial grade ones, there's some on eBay that are going for $800 or $900. Obviously, I'm not selling this for $800 or $900. I am going to list it for about $150 though, because there may be somebody out there that knows these and wants one, and that's what I'm hoping, because somebody is going to look at this and think it's a $50 mower, but not with that engine on it. I'll sit here and keep it. If I can't get like $100, $120 for it, then I'll just sit here and cut grass with it around here, because super, really cool design that you don't see a lot of anymore. Number one, when it comes to the mower, and number two, when it comes to the engine especially. Just a quick wash makes everything look a lot better on this machine. It really is in good shape for what it is. Not a commercial grade, but still, it is a nice homeowner grade 2-cycle Toro. And again, I think I may have shown you all this. This is the only area that the deck is eat out a little bit, is right there. So that's really not too bad. And it's gonna be a nice mower for somebody. And I'll tell you what, let's hear a run one more time. No leaks or anything in the carburetor. reading on the forums, it sounds like a marine outboard as opposed to a lawnmower, doesn't it? But cool sound, cool sound. So I've seen these out for a while, and it's just kind of nice to actually have one. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not, because y'all see what all I got out here. Somebody out here is gonna appreciate this machine. I'm not really going to use it to cut very much around here, because usually what I don't get with the rider, I get with the weed eater, just because of all the tight areas and whatnot, and natural areas that just get grown up that a push mower can't get. So I have it listed for $150. If you look on eBay, granted, they're commercial grade variants of it that have bags and stuff, and eBay's not always the best measure of things in terms of value, because they're always on the high end, because they're collector items. But there's multiple ones on there that are $800 and $900. Given the fact that they haven't really produced these for a decent amount of time, they are getting more and more rare to find in good condition, which means that the ones that want to find them will pay more, and they'll be a little bit more highly sought after. I will hold on to this until I get what I want for it. It may not be $150, but it's not going for less than $100. So I do know that much. We'll let it hang out in the dry shelter, and we'll let the right buyer come along for this one. So listening it as high as I have weeds out the generic buyers as well. So just trying to find somebody that will actually appreciate this machine and know what they are. I get a lot of those when it comes to like snapper rear engine riders and older John Deeres. People know what they are, therefore they'll pay what they demand. We'll see what happens with this push mower. I feel like I'm going to be holding on to it for a while, but that's okay. It's a really cool machine. I'll be happy to hold on to it for a while, and we'll see if anybody decides they want it for, like I said, what I have listed. It's the cheapest running 2-cycle Toro that I saw listed on Marketplace, eBay, whatever, basically within a many hundreds of miles range around here. So all it takes is one, right? Thanks again for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this really cool Toro. I know the diehard mower folks will. I really did. Something different, something that you don't see every day. And I enjoy, number one, filming videos on new and different items. And number two, working on something that's a little bit different. Turns out, these things are really good. Thanks again for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. See you then.